Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to see all of you here for today's Nugget presentation. These sessions are special because they turn big ideas into quick, usable insights. And here's today's Nugget tip to set the mood. Small improvements done consistently beat big changes attempted rarely. So let's dive in and discover those small shifts that can transform your facilitation game. With us today, we have Dipali Goel, who is going to take us into a deep dive into the special nugget she has for us. Over to you, Dipali.
Thank you, Radhika. Good evening, everyone. Well, before I begin my today's nugget, I have a good news to share. I just completed 99 sessions on time management, and coming Saturday, I'll be delivering my 100th session. The
Congratulations.
seats are limited, and I request all of you all to enroll in the session very fast. And since it is my 100th session, I'm slashing the fee by 50%. So just enroll fast and earn yourself a tool for time management for your entire life. Welcome, welcome to the world of persuasive communication. So, what is persuasive communication? Persuasive communication is an art for getting yes for an answer. This is the nugget I am going to speak on today. Why do we need persuasive communication? Wherever we work, whether it is the corporate, health industry, education industry, everywhere, collaborative thoughts, approval, supports is something which matters. And if you are persuasive in your communication, I just gave you an example right now, you can win most of your battles. Persuasive communication is needed in meetings, emails, reviews, negotiations, client interaction. So basically, by this kind of a communication, you are actually influencing the thoughts of others, their attitudes, actions through clear, credible, and emotionally intelligent messaging, a combination of psychology, language, and strategy. Let me take you through three frameworks for persuasive communication. The first one is the ACE model: A for audience, C for content, E for expression or execution. So, first of all, if you want to persuade somebody, know your audience, know whom you are speaking to, know about their age, their values, their needs, fears, motivations, everything. Design the content according to what you think would match what the audience cares for. Make it relevant and logical for them. Then comes the last but not the least, expression and execution. Whatever you deliver, deliver with confidence, clarity, and empathetically, right? So the second framework which I'll walk you through is the Aristotle trio. I call it the EPL model. E for ethos, P for pathos, and L for logos. Ethos is credibility. Whatever you say, just reflect the expertise, honesty, and trustworthiness on it. You can use phrases like based on evidence from my experience, just to win the confidence of the audience you're talking to. The second pillar is the pathos. You have to invoke emotion in your audience. Connect emotionally with them, connect with feelings, right? You can invoke any kind of an emotion in them. It could be humor, it could be fear of missing out, hope, belonging, whatever, fear, whatever, right? And then whatever you say has to be backed with logic because many decisions taken are logic based. So, if whatever you say is accompanied with facts, data, examples, you can win their heart and you can be a persuasive communicator. So, basically, persuasion is what? It is the balance of ethos, pathos, and logos. I'll just give you an example out here. I'll be giving two types of communication. One would be a persuasive communication, and the other one would be a non persuasive one. I'll take a very light kind of an example. And the problem on table is that the coffee machine of the office is not working. Now, one of the employees goes to the boss and says that, well, sir, the coffee machine has not been working. And the entire office is at a verge of emotional collapse. Every day, they are going for tea and coffee breaks outside the office, which is eating away about 30 to 40 minutes of every day. And it is causing a loss of time. And let me put it this way also, that it has been proven that caffeine in coffee can improve the productivity by 12%. So, if you buy a coffee machine urgently, it is not an expense, it is basically an investment. Moreover, X, Y, and Z companies, everybody is taking care of all these small things of their employees. And the result is well evident in their balance sheets. They are doing amazingly well. Why? Because the employees are being taken care of. So here, the speaker, the person is using the three pillars of Aristotle, EPL. He is talking about credible researches which has been done. He is also bringing forward the emotions which are coming out because of the lack of coffee machine, and he is also backing whatever he's saying with a logic. So basically he's actually creating a sense of urgency. Now I'll just present another speaker who goes to his boss, and this is non-persuasive communication. So he simply goes to his boss and says that the coffee machine is not working. Here, the tone is very monotonous. There is no sense of urgency. And this is a kind of non persuasive communication, which may not get the desired results. The third framework here, which I talk about, is the PSB framework. What does it mean? If you want to persuade somebody, first of all, bring the problem on the table. Highlight an issue which your audience cares about. Then, bring the solution to the table. Introduce your idea as the best solution. Then, explain the benefits as to how is this solution going to benefit them. For instance, I'll just give you a small example. The problem these days, which many of us are facing, is excessive screen time. So, the problem is excessive screen time, and the problem it is creating is that it is silently stealing our attention. What is the solution? Solution is a simple 20 minutes digital detox ritual which can help reverse it. What is the benefit? You can think clearer, you can score better, you can feel lighter, and you are actually saving on time. And what is the CTA? Start today, just for 1 week. So, here, what the speaker is doing, the speaker is highlighting the problem, and the speaker is also, you know, pointing out the urgency, pointing out the need to solve it. And the person is not leaving the thing here. He or she is also providing you the solution for it. And then the person also highlights as to how the solution is going to be beneficial for you. This can be a very good persuasive communication. So today I just discussed about three frameworks under which you can talk and under which I would place persuasion communication into. Towards the end, what do I want to say? I just want to say a quote which I found a little bit funny and very meaningful. Persuasion is the art of making someone else feel like the idea was theirs. A quick mnemonic I still want to share, and that is persuade. Problem, emotion, reason, solution, understanding the audience, and action. So, all, I hope you slowly and steadily work your journey towards becoming persuasive communicators. See you all, and thank you so much. If there are any questions, I'm there to answer them.
Thank you, Dipali. It was lovely, and we really got persuaded into coming to your session and listening to them more and more. So it was lovely, and the frameworks that you've suggested also are very usable in our day to day life. So, yes, thank you so much. And now let us see what our audience has to say. Yes, Frida.
Thanks, Radhika. In fact, I'm really happy that I was there for this session because I liked the way you started as well in terms of the ACE framework, ACE, and being a former salesperson myself. So for me, it was more like I associated the whole concept of persuasive communication because how you connect with your audience or your customer with the ACE technique, how you bring emotions and romanticize, you use the emotions to romanticize that, whatever you're trying to sell. And you gave a very good example to begin with on the time management. So I was completely floored by that. And
Thank you.
it was really nice. And the last was like fantastic, where it was about the mnemonics, because you just so simplified the whole process with those mnemonics. I really liked it, trust me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Frida. Yes, Rahela.
Hi, Dipali.
Hi, Rahila.
So I love the way you presented. It was well organized and it was something unique and insightful for me. I really enjoyed your examples. They were very clear and it made us understand how we should use this persuasive communication and what impact it gives. And of course, your finishing was awesome. Very well. Well done. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Rahela. Depanshi.
Hello everyone. Hi Dipali. Thank you for the
Hi,
wonderful
Dipanshi.
session. Your opening and the examples were really nice, and I really liked your ACE framework, like knowing your audience as per their different parameters. This is actually very important and helpful for delivering any session, right? And I really liked your example of coffee. The employer is thinking about his employees and improving the productivity. Employees also feel resonated and comfortable, right? So everything was so nice, and your presentation is amazing.
Thank you so much, Dipanshi.
Yes. So Divya says, love the whole presentation throughout, great going. And Sujata says, you were quite convincing. Oh, wait. So, yeah, you were quite convincing, persuasive with your presentation with framework, EPL, PSB, and CTA models. Amazing inputs with your beautiful present, suitable examples.
Thank you so much, Sujata and Divya.
Yes. Thank you, Dipali, for such a wonderful session. Thank you, audience, for being with us. And we'll come back with more nuggets. See you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you, Radhika. Bye bye.